The fact that I still needed something, I didn't feel that it would be right for me or our family at this time, still to have, a job where I clocked in at 8 and out at 6 sort of thing. I still needed to have that flexibility. And I knew that working for myself was the key to being able to balance that.
That makes sense. So no even thoughts about doing this for a bigger design firm or anything of that nature. You really wanted to be on your own.
Yes. And I think part of that is the fear that you mentioned before, because my background is I have a degree in marketing and management information systems. I did not go to design school. I do not have an interior design formal background, which in my mind, that would have been a major step to try to step into a firm and say, hey, I have all these skills when you're surrounded by all of these people that have been formally educated in that area.
Isn't that funny how that's a mind hang up though? Like the credentials we get, even if those credentials were handed out 20 or 30 years ago, somehow we think we're less than because we don't have that credential. And I've heard that from all kinds of people. So yeah, you're not alone in that struggle. I've started a lot of businesses and I don't have an MBA. So,
right.
so it can be done. And I think it's something where if someone looks at either your former house or your current house or some of the work you've done for friends and family, immediately they say, this is an incredibly gifted interior designer. And nobody worries about, oh, wait, hold on, let me go to your office and make sure I see that particular certificate on the wall or degree.
It's still a hang up for me, today when I was creating my website, I did have a graphic designer that I was working with and I was coming up with the text and everything. I don't know how many times she came back to me and said, you're apologizing too much for the 17 years that you took off between the corporate world and where you are now, or you're apologizing too much that you're not formally educated in this. She's like, you do this well, you just need to own it and go forward. So I'm still working on that. I'm still struggling a little bit, but I'm far better than what I was a year ago.